Make sentences with English words. Hope. There is no hope of meeting him today. There is no hope of meeting him today. Immediately. We immediately left for the station. We immediately left for the station. Impression. First impression is the most important. First impression is the most important. Invite. She invited us to her house. She invited us to her house. Solitary. She leads a solitary life. She leads a solitary life. Pleasure. The view gave me great pleasure. The view gave me great pleasure. Desire. I have no desire to stay here. I have no desire to stay here. Effective. His plan was very effective. His plan was very effective. Silence. There was complete silence in the class. There was complete silence in the class. Technical. We faced some technical problems. We faced some technical problems. Impressive. He has an impressive personality. He has an impressive personality. War. He was killed in the war. He was killed in the war. Destruction. Destruction of forests must be stopped. Destruction of forests must be stopped. Hike. I bought new shoes for the hike. I bought new shoes for the hike. Monotonous. He took a break from his monotonous life. He took a break from his monotonous life. Abandoned. We took shelter in an abandoned house. We took shelter in an abandoned house. Contain. The box contains some old coins. The box contains some old coins. Barren. Lack of rain made the land barren. Lack of rain made the land barren. Junction. I got off at the wrong junction. I got off at the wrong junction. Lit. The room is brightly lit. The room is brightly lit. Absolutely. I am absolutely sure about it. I am absolutely sure about it. Plenty. I had plenty of time to do it. I had plenty of time to do it. Desolation. The saint live in complete desolation. The saint live in complete desolation. Tourists. We came here as tourists. We came here as tourists. Illustration. The book has a colored illustration. The book has a colored illustration. Spring. We drank water from the spring. We drank water from the spring. Roar. The engine roared as he started the car. The engine roared as he started the car. Fascinate. I was fascinated by her dance. I was fascinated by her dance. Steadily. Her health is improving steadily. Her health is improving steadily. Ruined. The ruined plans made me sad. The ruined plans made me sad. Shaken. She was shaken by the accident. She was shaken by the accident. Disappear. The thief disappeared in the dark. The thief disappeared in the dark. Echo. I heard the echo of my own voice. I heard the echo of my own voice. Footsteps. I heard his footsteps outside. I heard his footsteps outside. Gasp. He gasped for breath after running a mile. He gasped for breath after running a mile. Arouse. My suspicions were aroused by her words. My suspicions were aroused by her words. Stumble. I stumbled on the uneven road. I stumbled on the uneven road. Surge. The water surged over the banks of the river. The water surged over the banks of the river. Fearfully. I approached the principal fearfully. I approached the principal fearfully. Dread. The thought filled me with acute dread. The thought filled me with acute dread. Afraid. I am afraid of dogs. I am afraid of dogs. Grasp. I tried to grasp what he meant. I tried to grasp what he meant. Panic. She felt a wave of panic. She felt a wave of panic. Stare. The boy was staring at the magician. The boy was staring at the magician. Realize. I realized my mistake. I realized my mistake. Shelterless. They were left shelterless and without money. They were left shelterless and without money. Trembling. She gave me the glass with trembling hands. She gave me the glass with trembling hands. Pick up. She tried to pick up the flower from the vase. She tried to pick up the flower from the vase. Collapse. She collapsed due to the excessive heat. She collapsed due to the excessive heat. Expensive. He bought an expensive oak table. He bought an expensive oak table. Armchair. My father is resting in an armchair. My father is resting in an armchair. Silently. We sat in the prayer hall silently. We sat in the prayer hall silently. Depart. The train departed at 8 a.m. The train departed at 8 a.m. Flicker. The candle flickered in the wind. The candle flickered in the wind. Roar. The lion roared loudly in his cave. The lion roared loudly in his cave. Spine. He broke his spine in the accident. He broke his spine in the accident. Host. He was a very good host. He was a very good host. Forward. He took a step forward. He took a step forward. Cast. The short man cast a long shadow. The short man cast a long shadow. Knocking. He kept knocking at the door. He kept knocking at the door. Listen. He listened to me carefully. He listened to me carefully. Dewdrops. The dewdrops were shining on the leaf. The dewdrops were shining on the leaf. Cricket. I heard the sound of the cricket. I heard the sound of the cricket. Woodland. The heart was surrounded by woodland. The heart was surrounded by woodland. Gardener. We are looking for a gardener. We are looking for a gardener. Whistling. We heard the birds whistling in the woods. We heard the birds whistling in the woods. Plowman. The plowman is working in the field. The plowman is working in the field. Starring. There was not a starring in the empty street. There was not a starring in the empty street. Still. I asked them to stand still. I asked them to stand still. Sound. The screech owl made a hoarse sound. The screech owl made a hoarse sound. Plow. The plow was not sharp enough. The plow was not sharp enough. Hold. He was holding a rose in his hand. He was holding a rose in his hand. Prosperous. He was born in a prosperous family. He was born in a prosperous family. Shipbroker. My uncle is a shipbroker. My uncle is a shipbroker. Imposing. The school had an imposing structure. The school had an imposing structure. Cottage. He built a wooden cottage. He built a wooden cottage. Successful. He was a very successful man. He was a very successful man. Set up. Her father set up a new business in Kolkata. Her father set up a new business in Kolkata. Own. His family owned many cars. His family owned many cars. Terrace. The children were playing on the terrace. The children were playing on the terrace. Mansion. I want to live in a mansion. I want to live in a mansion. Enormous. The new office is enormous. The new office is enormous. Turret. The girl got locked in the turret. The girl got locked in the turret. Chicken wire. He bought a chicken wire for the farm. He bought a chicken wire for the farm. Region. The whole region was flooded. The whole region was flooded. Fuel. The car ran out of fuel. The car ran out of fuel. Sty. The room was as dirty as a sty. The room was as dirty as a sty. Whistle. He whistled a tune softly. He whistled a tune softly. Port. The ship is still at the port. The ship is still at the port. Continually. It has been raining here continually. It has been raining here continually. Company. I enjoyed his company a lot. I enjoyed his company a lot. Penetrate. The nail penetrated the car tire. The nail penetrated the car tire. Dryness. There was a dryness in the weather. There was a dryness in the weather. Mighty. We saw the mighty Himalayas. We saw the mighty Himalayas. Consist. The box consisted of some old things. The box consisted of some old things. Attention. Pay attention to his words. Pay attention to his words. Scorching. The scorching heat made me sick. The scorching heat made me sick. Shepherd. The shepherd took his sheep to the meadow. The shepherd took his sheep to the meadow. Share. I shared my lunch with friends. I shared my lunch with friends. Count. The teacher counted the number of students in class. The teacher counted the number of students in class.